Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our November State Center Consortium meeting. It's our second meeting this year. Thank you all for being here this morning. Before we introduce our new members, we want to see if those members that have been here already would like to make a motion to approve the minutes from the last meeting in September, the blue sheet there in your packet. Can I get someone to make a motion to approve those minutes?
So moved.
Okay, thank you, Doug. Second?
Second.
Thank you, Nina. Wonderful. Okay. So we have a few new members with us this morning. I want to make sure that I don't forget anybody, I guess is what I'm saying. Okay, so first we have Matt Navo, who's the new Sanger Unified Superintendent. Thank you for being here, Matt. We also have Rodney Cisneros from Reedley High School, this is your first meeting, right, Rodney? Did I get it right? Okay. And then next to him we have Roberto Gutierrez, who's the new principal at Orange Cove High School. Or not new, new to the consortium, but this is the second year as principal at Orange Cove. Let me see, who else have I got to mention? And then we have Howard, and Howard is with us from Firebaugh. This is his first meeting this year, and I guess everybody else has been here at least once before, yes? Okay, great. Good deal. Well, for those of you that are new, and for those of you, really everybody, I want to just take a brief moment to talk about the purpose of State Center Consortium and hopefully why you are all here with us today. State Center Consortium, in addition to supporting your teachers through professional development opportunities and all kinds of great resources that we provide, is really about helping align CTE programs, not just at the secondary and post-secondary levels, but really about bringing those two together. And we are here to kind of bridge that gap so that we have seamless transitions for students. So hopefully this is a valuable use of your time. We really appreciate your partnership. My staff and I are here to help facilitate the building of these relationships so that we can hopefully make a long-term impact on students and our CTE programs that we offer locally. And so I just wanted to make sure that we mentioned again why we are all here, and I just want to thank you again for your time. So with that, we're going to move into our agenda, and you have an updated list of the advisory board members with you today, which seems to be growing each and every morning. I see a few other faces that have joined us. Thank you all for being here. And so our first item on the agenda is our State Center Consortium Heights, and we have here our 2013 and 14 goals. And each year, our staff develops goals for the year. Back in July and August, we updated them for this year. And so I'm just going to highlight some of these goals that we've been working on. And I'm really proud of the progress that we've made, and again, with the partnerships that we have here through the consortium. So first one is increasing the visibility to broaden the network. Expanding our educational partners. We've already done so by adding on some new districts this year. I should mention that Dinuba Unified is a new partner of the consortium, and I think Chris Myers was. There are people online, but we don't know who they are. They haven't logged in, but there are some people watching. Say it again?
Paul Burrell.
Oh, Paul Burrell. Okay, great. Is with us online. So we're constantly expanding our educational partners. We are really working hard to engage our business and community members through the Fresno Conference. Suzanne's going to be talking about what progress are made to do that. And then again, we are trying to make sure that we are marketing our activities and resources to those involved. Researching potential funding sources. Sustainability is always an ongoing hot topic for this consortium, since we are primarily, I would say 99.9% grant funded. We're always trying to make sure that we have, avenues to continue the funding so that we can support you. And I'm going to talk more specifically about the grant opportunities that are coming our way. But obviously solidifying our relationships with the partners that we already have, and supporting our high school and college CTE educators, and extending our college constituency. I would venture to say that we have had a more involvement from our community college faculty than ever before, and I'm very excited to say that. We've had huge support from our administrators, and more faculty are getting involved in the collaboration meetings and the articulation and dual enrollment discussions, academic senates, and so we're excited to be more highly connected, I guess, with our community college district. And then again, of course, our ongoing goal is to continue to provide collaboration and curriculum alignment opportunities. That's one of our primary objectives for the consortium, is to bring together those CTE faculty from the colleges and, of course, our CTE teachers at the high school level and collaborate, have them collaborate on their curriculum and talk about articulation and alignment programs. So those are our goals for the year. Any questions or comments on those? Okay. So talking about expanding our network and educational partners, I just wanted to share some quick numbers with you. Currently, this State Center Consortium has 67 advisory members, that is not including alternates. So 67 individual members representing 17 K-12 school districts, 24 unique high schools. We have 3 county offices, 5 counties are served. We have 5 State Center Community College District entities represented. That's 2 colleges, 2 centers, and our district office. And we have 3 higher education institutions as well. So we represent quite a wide array of organizations. And of course, we have several community partners as well that join us. So I'm, like I said, I'm excited to see our partnerships growing and expanding and continuing to do great things. So with that, we're going to move on to our Employer and Education Engagement Network development. And so at the last meeting in September, I gave just a brief overview of this new E3 network that we're working on. And I had the extraordinary opportunity a few weeks ago to travel to Dallas. I was invited to a leadership forum for the Intermediary Network group. And so the INET Intermediary Network Leadership Forum in Dallas was basically a group of maybe 30 or so professionals from across the United States that direct these intermediary networks. And some of them represent educational organizations like us. Some of them are community or nonprofit groups. And so, but they had different levels of experience with being intermediaries. And when I say intermediaries, I'm talking about being that connector between our local business partners and our educational programs, and assisting students with the opportunities to do some work-based learning experiences through internships or mentoring or job shadowing or whatever you want to call it. These intermediary networks are really popping up and going strong, and so State Center Consortium feels that we need to reinvigorate that connection that we've had in the past, but that we haven't had for some time with our business and community partners. And so this is where the E3 network was born. And so since our last meeting, we have had Suzanne Spradling join our team, and she is our E3 network development coordinator. And so I'm going to ask her to share some information about what we've done so far and kind of where we're at this point in time.
Absolutely. Thank you. I'm very happy to be here, and I'm really excited about developing the E3 network. Some of the items that we're thinking about is keeping it very simple. So really, with keeping the theme of the threes, we really want to engage our business partners in the 3 topics of exploring their businesses, enhancing, and experiencing. So all 3 options for our students, not just in high school, but also at the community college level, to engage in those experiences with our business professionals. It's a really exciting opportunity for the E3 network to bring together the State Center Consortium, so to bring together the educational side, and then also working strongly with the Fresno Area Compact and some pre-existing business programs. So it's definitely going to be a great union and a great partnership. I'm looking forward to developing it and updating you guys continually at our meetings.
If you're looking for the flyer, you're not going to find it. Those cost $1 a piece. This is just our pilot. We're launching it, and so we haven't put that in everyone's hands yet. Which could see me if you wanted to.
we are still developing the framework for how we're going to make all of these pieces come together. But we are happy to say that Fresno Compact has come behind us to support us in this effort. There are a lot of business partners that are part of the compact that already want to get involved. Mike Spencer from Harris Construction has been instrumental in all right, let's make this thing happen. We have a meeting with the business partners of the compact on December 3rd, and we'll be sharing with them what we've done so far and kind of what our expectations are moving forward. We're using the CVCTE, Central Valley Career Tech Ed Conference, in February as a launching pad for the E3 network because we're going to have business and community and educational partners all there at one time. So that is our very short timeline, but Suzanne's already done a huge amount of work and bringing together all kinds of great ideas and resources and pulling them together in one spot. And that iNet conference really provided a lot of great resources as well. So we want to make sure that we express that this E3 network is going to be driven by our industry partners. It's going to be a discussion and a vehicle for them to communicate their needs to us. So, like I said, there are a lot of people that already have something to say, and they are excited to share that with us. So we're going to try to do what we can to meet those needs while, like we said, providing those experiences for students. So new, up and coming, we'll keep you posted, but we're excited about what has happened already. So I held this up 2 seconds ago. Registration is now open for the February conference. It's going to be at the Clovis Veterans Memorial District building, and it's Tuesday, February 4th. There is a small registration fee in order for us to kind of cover just some of the basics, but we have some great sponsors, and like I said, the compact has come behind us, and they feel very strongly about bringing a lot of key businesses in Fresno to the table. Not just Fresno, there are going to be reps there from Tulare and Kings County as well, and then so we're looking for really a Central Valley conference to bring together educational leaders. So this really isn't directed at teachers. I want to make sure I'm clear on that. This is really for educational leadership and, of course, our business and community partners as well. Anyone that's interested in creating a partnership that will result in some sort of work-based learning experiences for students. That's our goal. But a lot of great breakout sessions. Go online, check it out. If you're interested, we invite you to please register for that conference. It's actually happening. We're excited to see things move forward. The pink sheet in your folder is just an update on CTE Teach. Over the years, Shelley has served many different districts, 13 to be specific there, and several different career pathways. I don't know if you want to say anything regarding this, Shelley, but you certainly have done a lot and reached a lot of folks, so thank you.
I think it's just a bird's eye view of the impact we're having or where the interest and needs are throughout our Tri-County area. Thank you.
And CTE Teach, again, is funded through the Department of Education. We get our allocation through the Cutlands-Redland Yucaipa ROP in Southern California. And we are so fortunate to have Shelley on board, and she does an amazing job assisting our new CTE teachers get their legs under them. And so she's done a lot this year, and we're happy to have her around. And we'll keep you posted on any updates to that funding source as well. We kind of never know what's going to happen with that. Unfortunately, this past year, everybody got cut 50% on their CTE Teach grant, and so we kind of backfilled with one of our other grants so that Shelley could continue to serve the same number of teachers. And as a matter of fact, she's serving more. So this is one committed young lady right here. So thank you again, Shelley, for that. Any questions? No?
No, I've known him a long time, and he gave me a hard time.
Oh, okay.
Don't get any more jokes.
You can always count on Shelley to keep things lively. Okay, so that moves us into a little more serious topic, which is grant funding, and this we have designated as our focus topic for this meeting. There have been a lot of changes and things happening, and I wanted to give you all a brief update on what that looks like and what that means for the consortium. So At the last meeting, I had given you kind of a breakdown of the multiple sources of funding that the consortium receives. Our biggest bulk of funds come from the Community College Chancellor's Office, and that's through the Community Collaborative Grants, and that it was SB $70. The last phase of that grant will expire November of 2014, so about a year from now. The grant we're working off of right now will end. Now, SB 70 last September was reauthorized as SB 1070, and it was a continuance of the same type of work, articulation, career pathways development, so on and so forth. However, the way that the Chancellor's Office has decided to distribute those funds has dramatically changed. Instead of allocating or awarding them to independent districts or colleges, they are awarding those funds by region. So Reedley College and Fresno City College belong to what we call the Central Regional Consortium, which is a group of 12 community colleges in our central region, spanning from Modesto down to Bakersfield. And so we are 2 of those 12 colleges. Well, when the RFA came out a few weeks ago, and it had already been delayed for several months, we really had been expecting it last spring, but when it finally came out, it told us that there was going to be 1 award for our entire region, and that only 1 college district could be the fiscal agent. And so our central region elected Kern Community College to be the fiscal agent of those funds. A lot of the funds from the SB 1070 money has now been redirected towards the statewide sector navigators and the deputy sector navigators that are specific to certain industry areas. And so basically what I'm saying is the award that will come to our region, once it's disseminated to our 12 districts, will be immensely less than it has been in the past. So we are not expecting for that money to keep us afloat. We can't count on that like we have in the past. So we are intending to partner with Kern. Both of our college presidents will be submitting letters of partnership so that we will still be receiving the portion of the funds that will belong to us. But like I said before, it's dramatically less than what we have been accustomed to. So that's SB 1070 in a nutshell. Now those funds are supposed to, the RFA is due next, December 2nd. So Kern will be submitting that on behalf of our district, and the funds are to be awarded this January. So I'm not sure once things get awarded to that district, how long it will take for it to channel its way to us. But it's a 3-year grant, and the Chancellor's Office is not expecting it to go past those 3 years. So they're saying at this time, and things change, but they're saying at this time that pot of money will not continue after those 3 years. So we are looking at different opportunities for funding. One of those, the first green sheet you have here, is the Adult Ed Planning Grant that is coming out of the Community College Chancellor's Office, and it's AB 86, and some of you might be familiar with this already. Because we have many adult school partners already part of the consortium, our district, State Center Community College District, has designated State Center Consortium to take the lead on this planning grant. The RFA has not been released, so there are still a lot of details that need to come together and be clarified. There was a town hall meeting here on October 29th, and there were many, many people from our area that came. But what we found out was that they were still developing the RFA. So they actually wanted our input on what needed to be included in that. So we didn't get a lot of answers. We got a lot of questions. But we're expecting that RFA to come out hopefully into December or January. And then I think we're supposed to have that back by the end of February. And then hopefully they're supposed to be reporting out on that in March. So this planning grant, there was $25 million allocated to these AB 86 planning grants statewide, and they're not sure exactly how much each award will be, how many awards there will be, but what it's looking at is helping for all the adult education programs to come together, to work together. And this is just a planning grant, so it doesn't affect program funds at this point. but it's a way for us to analyze what we're currently doing in our area, evaluate what the current needs are, and then try to develop a plan to make sure that we're addressing elementary and secondary skills, courses that are eligible for immigrants and English as a second language students, adults with disabilities, short-term CTE programs with high employment potential, and programs for apprentices. So there are 5 different categories that we'll address through this plan, and we already have several partners that we're having discussions with, and we're planning to have a meeting on December 20th as an initial discussion for our adult school providers in our service area. So that is one opportunity coming our way. Did you want to say anything, speak to that at all, Sally, or no? Okay.
No, I just think that I know that the adult schools have met, and I'll see George Reilly a little bit later today, and Dr. Woods. So hopefully we'll have a little bit better plan as to what we need to do in preparation for that meeting on the 20th.
Okay.
I have a question, Laura. You said you guys have not been informed of any meetings that have gone on yet?
No, the information hasn't gone out yet. It was just approved by our chancellor yesterday. So
But you said there's been meetings going on about it already?
No. The town hall meeting is the one I was talking about that the
Just
chancellor's
that
office
meeting.
hosted. That's the only thing we've done so far, yes.
Okay.
So we'll be sending that
I
information.
emailed Dr. Reilly a couple times,
Okay,
and nothing's come back.
right. We just got the information approved by our chancellor yesterday, so we'll be sending that out to you as soon as possible. So everybody will be informed. I just spouted that out because today is like a new day.
No, it's a hot item. And
It is a hot item.
And I was up in San Jose last week at the AXA conference, and it's going to take a lot of work and a lot of time. So anything, you got to get going.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. Now, the next sheet in your packet here is regarding the California Career Pathways Trust, and some of you might have heard about this as well. The governor has appropriated $250 million in competitive grants that will hopefully develop stronger connections between businesses and California schools and community colleges. What they're hoping to do is fund work-based learning specialists, which would be someone that would help us with, like our E3 network, being that intermediary. They want to create regional career pathway partnerships involving businesses, schools, and colleges, which is something we're already working on. And they want to integrate academic and career-based learning. Linked Learning is a huge proponent of this Career Pathways Trust. And so we feel that we are in a very good position to be very competitive for these grants. The RFA for this one has not been released yet either. We're patiently, anxiously awaiting the release of this RFA, which we're hoping will be out in January. That's what they're saying. It keeps getting bumped back, but now January, we're keeping our fingers crossed. The sheet here that says it looks like a website page this is a brand new website or web page that was just launched on the Department of Education's website, and it explains just a brief overview of Section 86, which is regarding the California Career Pathways Trust. And we have already started discussions with our consortium partners, our ROP directors and things like that. We feel that it's important for our consortium to partner together to apply for these grants. They're going to be a huge source of funds for us, and we feel that it's important for us to partner together instead of trying to have competing applications. Since a lot of what we do in the consortium is already this. It aligns very well with the work that we have been doing for a while and the work that we are doing to get the E3 network established and things like that. So we have partnerships, of course, between our K-12s and our community colleges. We have relationships through our Central Region Consortium with deputy sector navigators and statewide navigators. We do a lot of work with articulating pathways to post-secondary. So a lot of these bullet points and things that they've listed here are things that we're already doing, and that I said before, we feel we would be in a really good place to apply for these funds. So there have been a lot of rumors circulating. Again, the RFA hasn't been released, so we are not sure how many awards and how much each award will be worth, but we'll keep you up to date. Hopefully by our January meeting we'll have more information for you on that. But that is really going to be a huge kind of priority for us, is to try to get those funds. Just yesterday, I got an email. Yesterday, an email went out, I should say, and it was forwarded to me that states, for another source of potential funds, the Obama administration is set to announce a new $100 million competitive grant program aimed at high schools who partner with colleges and employers to support students entering high-tech careers. It's going to be called the Youth Career Connect, and the Department of Labor is expected to administer these grants. So that is, again, something just hot off the presses. Just received this information yesterday. And they're looking at awarding the grants as early as the 2014-15 school year. So I'll keep you up to date on that as well. But if that's another opportunity for us, we will definitely investigate how we can go about going after that. So these opportunities are in addition to, I mentioned at the last meeting, we have a partnership with COS and the Health Workforce Innovations Grant that they have. So we're doing some things with them. And we're always looking for additional partnership opportunities so that we can keep going what we've got. And so is there anyone else that has any information about other potential grant opportunities, or how we could partner with you to sustain, I guess, the work of the consortium? Anything outside of what I've already mentioned? And this might be new information, I'm not sure, but these are things that are high on our list. So is there anyone here that has heard of anything else that we haven't mentioned? No? Okay. Well, if you do, give me a call, okay? Because we love being here, we love what we do, and we see how valuable it is to have these partnerships, and we would hate for the consortium to whittle away. So we're trying to grow, not shrink. I should also mention, too, that in addition to the Compact Business Partners supporting us, verbally or whatever, they also want to back the E3 network financially. So we are looking for them for private contributions and donations from them as well. They really feel strongly about this happening and being successful. So we're excited to have that be a potential additional resource for us.
One of the things that I think over the years, last week, time when we introduced ourselves, a number of us have been part of the consortium since we were children. So we've been here a long time. But one of the powerful elements of the consortium is that in the Central Valley, sometimes if we stand alone, we don't have the impact or the clout that they have in Southern California and Northern California in larger metropolitan areas. So as there are things that come up that seem like we could link all of us together and apply for things jointly, I think that lets us have a voice and really have a more competitive edge when we're looking for those resources. And so that's why when Lori brings us to the table and brings them up, if you have something to share or to add or think that we might be a partner with you to strengthen that, we want to bring everyone to the table that we can. Thank you.
Thanks, Shelley. Strength in numbers, definitely.
So I just have a quick question.
Yes,
so
Alan.
you're saying then that as part of that, broadening that umbrella, that would also pertain to, say, our local school districts, as, for instance, like our Madeira Compact, to help develop those relationships and also include that as part of one grant submission? Or
Sure.
not?
Actually, as a matter of fact, I just attended my first Madeira Compact meeting a couple weeks ago. And so, yeah, I'm definitely trying to increase our visibility of the consortium and increase our partnerships so that, we have those opportunities, definitely. So, any other questions or comments about any of those things that we talked about in the highlights section? Okay, all right. Okay, old business. We're going to review some of our events from the past month or so. October was an insanely crazy month, but we survived. We had our Google Tools workshop at the end of September, and Mark did that one, didn't you, Mark?
It was the best one you guys have ever had.
Of course it was. We had 34 participants, from 19 K-12 districts, and 12 of them were from community college, 19 of them were from high school, I should say. And we had a couple others sprinkled in there too, but I wanted to again show that we have a strong involvement from our community college faculty. And I believe, wasn't Debbie Akeda there, the president at Willow? She was in on that workshop. So she's taken advantage of some of these, so that was great. We had our career cruising training for those schools that we sponsor for the career cruising software on the 30th. On October 1st, bear with me, I'm sorry, I'm getting over a cold. We had our new CTE Model Curriculum Standards Workshop, and we had nearly 40 people here at that. Okay, perfect. So it does look like Chris is online with us from Dinuba. So we had, at the CTE Standards Workshop, of course, I had mentioned at the last meeting that the Department of Education adopted new career technical education model curriculum standards, and so this was a way for us to share that information with our partners, and anybody that wanted to come could come. So we had quite a good mix of folks at that: high school, community college, university, adult, and others in our partnership. So that was kind of a really a good day to share that information. Technology in the classroom is another workshop that we do through the County Office of Ed, and Brian Kerwick conducted that workshop on October 4th. The Business Collaboration Day was October 9th, and those collaboration days, again, are really about bringing the teachers from the high school level and the faculty together, and that was really a good, every collaboration day, I'm a little biased, but I just love walking away from those because there are so many amazing discussions that happen, and it's a small group, but they get a lot accomplished, and it's great to see the people that teach the same content area come together and be able to learn from each other. And so we really enjoy hosting those. We did a high school articulation workshop for college administrators and faculty on October 11th here at the Clovis Center, and we had Chris Costa here from the Statewide Academic Senate do a presentation on their new white paper, which has to do with awarding awarding college credits through high school articulation. And so that was really beneficial. We had articulation presentations to our high school folks on October 15th at the Fresno RP Fall Conference and November 1st at the Valley RP Fall in Service. So again, constantly communicating. We hadn't shared out our new website. Remember, we launched the new articulation website last April. We hadn't had an opportunity to share that with our high school teachers since we had launched it. So October 15th and November 1st were both great opportunities for them to see it if they hadn't already been exposed to it, and us to answer some questions for them. Marcy Matsumoto is not with us this morning, unfortunately, but we support the Savelli Conference each year, and that was held on October 17th, and I'm proud to say that it sold out. There were 500 people at the Holiday Inn in downtown Fresno, and it was a really great day, and so that was a busy event as well. We hosted a STEM Collaboration Day, the Central Valley STEM Collaborative. It was really their initial meeting, and so we partnered with them in hosting that. John Dewick from the Fresno County Office of Ed and Carol Fryboland from Fresno State had really pulled a good group of folks together to talk about STEM careers and courses. And Junior Achievement Director Michelle Calandra was there, and we talked to the group about our STEM Summit that we want to host in April, and we'll give you more information as that develops. So that was a good day. And then we had our Careers in Education and Child Development Collaboration Day just a couple weeks ago on November 5th. And that always is, again, a very beneficial day for those teachers to come together and talk about things. So we're moving right along. We have 9 job shadowing opportunities still available, and that is your yellow application form here. Job shadowing for high school teachers, for college faculty. It's a great opportunity for them to go out into industry. We give them a stipend, and they get to hone their skills or get updated on what's actually happening out there. And so winter break is sometimes a good time for them to do that because they're off. So if you know of anybody that wants to participate, we have 9 opportunities available through next year. So winter break or summer is when most of them do it, just so you're up to date on that. And then the scholarship application in green here is for everything from career days to conferences that we reimburse for scholarships for. We used to use a generic form and you fill out the specifics, but I do want to mention that the Educating for Careers conference that happens every year in Sacramento, the hotels are already sold out. We have 3 scholarships left for that conference. If you're interested in going, get these into us as soon as possible so we can sponsor your attendance, but you want to register very quickly because, like I said, hotels that are nearby have already sold out, so you have to drive in a little, but it's a great conference, and if you want to go, we can sponsor you for that. So with all the activities that we've done just so far this year, we have hosted or co-sponsored 713 folks already, so 21 events in just our short 3 months. So yeah, it's a sprint around here. We're looking forward to the holidays, needless to say. Any questions about any of that information? Okay, so for new business, we have with us today Alicia Rios, who is the director of the Center for International Trade Development, which is another department in State Center Community College District that receives grant funds. And she wants to share with us some information about how high school and community college faculty can benefit from CIT. So
Thank you. Thank you, Lori. And we completely understand your challenges in looking for new opportunities. And Lori and I have been meeting these past few months and looking for opportunities and how the Center for International Trade can get more involved and can look for opportunities to either sponsor maybe some activities or get more involved with the high school and faculty. So just a little background on the Center for International Trade. We are an entity of State Center Community College. Our goal is to assist companies on entering new foreign markets, and by that we do export training. We also provide opportunities for inbound missions to come into the state of California. So that means bringing in actual foreign buyers to come and meet with our agricultural companies. So we do provide an opportunity for them to meet with foreign retailers, importers, and distributors. So they get an opportunity to meet with these buyers and showcase their products. And of course, our goals are to create more sales, which then lead to more jobs and lead to opportunities. And with that, having this outreach to the businesses, this is where we want to get the students more involved. Get them, involved in looking at career pathways for international trade. So we work a lot with the agricultural industry, with the business industry, and that's where we hope that we can bring in more business partners also with the consortium. But we do have a unique situation here at State Center Community College District where we have a memorandum of agreement with the California Department of Food and Ag. So that means that anything that is related to agriculture, that the State Center is involved with that. So we are the export arm of the California Department of Food and Ag. So that once again brings us into a new opportunity. So visibility also for our college, which provides us with more opportunities, more connections to USDA, which we hope then will help us in applying for additional grants, and then also bringing in any administration to our community colleges, which will bring then more awareness of what the community colleges do and provide. But one of the things that we do here at the Center for International Trade is we do have a grant, which is to assist in providing opportunities for either high school and faculty to develop, to internationalize their curriculum. So with that, we provide opportunities for externships for the faculty, and this is community college and high school. So one of the items that we will be working on is providing an opportunity, for example, for some of the high schools to take a group of students to the World Ag Expo. So we will be able to provide, as an example, pay for transportation and also pay for the entrance fee. And what we would like to do is invite them to attend our international trade seminars. And one of the seminars will be, the different careers that are in international trade. So what we want to do is build awareness, provide opportunities for students that maybe they don't, that they're not able to, to do. We also will provide externships for the faculties and for the faculty, which is community college and high school, so professional development. So anything that's involved with international trade, globalizing, your curriculum, please see us, please be in contact with us. We will be updating our website, which will have just a tab for, faculty for high school and community college. So they will see on there, and this is where we're working with Lori, because we're learning from the different things that they're doing and providing the different scholarships. So anything with international trade or dealing with internationalizing your curriculum, we will have these opportunities for scholarship applications, and also be able to hopefully support some of the programs that the consortium does. So, what I wanted to do is just do a little brief introduction. You will be seeing hopefully more of us. We will be providing our different activities to Lori, which, we hope that she will disseminate to the group. But as I mentioned, we will have a new tab on our website, which is the FresnoCITD.org, where you will find opportunities for different events that the faculty is able to attend and that we are able to sponsor. We will be working with the business industry in providing internships. And then we will also be providing a list of export training that the students are able to attend. So we do a workshop which, and this is a great opportunity for the students, because we can get the students involved in doing marketing plans for the companies. So they will have actual experience one-on-one in working with the companies in doing market research. How do you export, apples, grapes, peaches, plums, almonds? So, we want them to explore ag careers and also international trade. So we will be putting resources up there for the faculty to be able to use, which will be videos on the different job opportunities that exist for the students, so they will have a career pathway on what their next steps are. And then, of course, applications on how to send your students, or if you have something that you would like to present to us on the students being able to attend, and being able to attend, there could be something that the consortium is offering, but there's no way to pay for transportation. That's something that Laura and I will be working on in order to facilitate some of these activities that are definitely a benefit to the students. So we will be putting a packet together for the group, and we hope by the next meeting that we will have our, because unfortunately the website is a work in progress. But something where you could always send your faculty, either community college or high school, where they will have a location and they can find this at their fingertips, and they will have somebody who they can contact. And of course, propose new activities. We're working with Reedley College and how we can help those students continue to promote the olive oil and additional projects that they're working on for just exploring the different opportunities that there is for international business.
Alicia, what was your website again?
FresnoCITD.org. So currently, right now, you'll see a lot of what we do for the businesses. But once again, the training that we offer for the businesses is going to be open for the students at no cost. So we just held the basics of exporting, which we had Fresno City and also Reedley students attend. So there's no cost to the students to attend. All we ask is that they register in advance. So I'm sorry, and I apologize, I don't have a handout, but we will be putting something together, and then we will continue to work with Lori in outreach, and also bringing in, helping bringing in the business industry into more of these partnerships, and also supporting events like you guys will be doing on the 4th, trying to get more businesses and get them involved, and seeing how we can continue to assist our students.
Alicia, in regards to international trade and at the high school level, preparing kids for the global economy, is there any need or a big demand for a certain language?
No. It's always a plus, of course. But a lot of the individuals from the other countries, they speak English. So I would say out of, I think we bring in about 150 buyers. I would say, maybe 90% speak our language, or they have somebody in their office who speaks the language. So, of course, the language is always a plus because it helps, with the communication. But, We always, recommend that the students start young, and learning, of course, Chinese, Spanish. We do have a list of, say, for example, the top 10 countries that California exports with, so individuals can see. And also, too, one of the things to mention is that Fresno City, Reedley College, and some of the different community colleges are what you consider Hispanic Serving Institute. So with that, there's so much opportunity for the students to be able to, do internships with USDA, and with that, then, they lead to internships with a lot of our produce companies, almonds, a lot of our export trading companies, that they're looking for that individual that has that drive, that has that, who are eager to learn and, assist with, how you export almonds into Europe. And currently we do have a European group that is here visiting the Central Valley. So what we want to do is partner with, some of the students to have them go on these trips to visit, these different raisin companies, almond companies, and for them just to see the opportunities that exist out there, that they don't have to leave the valley. That there's great opportunities here that will take them to, other countries.
Okay, yeah, 'cause I can see my foreign language department, we're working with them, and they're trying to fit in the career pathways as being essential for commerce and what have you, knowing whatever languages they are. We have French, Spanish, Hmong.
Well, see, and this is the key opportunity, because we currently are working with the Fresno Food. And for the Fresno Food, we bring in foreign buyers, and we're always looking for translators. And last year we worked with students. So what we did is we partnered them with a buyer, and they went around, visited the exhibitors, and they were in the actual meetings with the one-on-one buyers. I mean, of course, we do a little bit of training, with the students, but it provides an opportunity to be able to work with the company. And we always tell the companies, these are the students of the future. If there's anything or any project that you guys see that we can assist, we can oversee and have the students involved. And that's what we try to get them involved in the market research. We guide them through the market research, have some on-hand experience, because we think that is so key.
I did a visit to Mission San Jose High School, so I was over there, and they really expanded their Chinese Mandarin and Chinese language offerings because of their business pathways, saying that that's a big need. So I don't know if that was going to be a need in Central Valley also, but that's up in the Fremont area.
Right, and it is because, as I mentioned, the buyers do speak English, but I mean, just knowing that they have somebody, here, the companies. I mean, there's so many produce companies that don't have anybody who speaks Spanish, but they export quite a bit to Mexico. But you do see a struggle, But having somebody who does, who does speak Spanish currently in their office, it's a huge advantage for them. So, and we work closely with the Deputy Sector Navigator for the Global Logistics, which is Merced, and Merced will be having an event, which we will share with the group January the 9th and the 10th. So any faculty who is interested in learning more about what's required or being involved in the curriculum for international trade would be a great way to participate. And she invited somebody from Michigan State University, so they will be coming out out and doing a presentation. So as soon as we get the flyer, then we will distribute that to the group.
We'll keep you informed on what CITD has going on. And you talked a lot about opportunities for students, but there are opportunities for faculty as well to maybe do some traveling.
Yes, right.
To internationalize their curriculum.
Right.
Which sounds like the really cool thing. Can you tell us about that just real quick?
Yes, so there's opportunity. There will be applications, and we have a certain amount allocated for faculty in order to. So if you want to go to Michigan State, because it's cyber programs, they do quite a bit of professional development and how to internationalize their curriculum, so in order to come back and implement that into, what the different course curriculums are doing. So we will provide a list of the different opportunities that we're aware of that, that come through our network, and that will be on the website, and there will also be an application on how to apply.
Thank you. And is that just for college faculty, or is that for high school teachers?
We are working on a component for the high school teachers because we know that is key, and so we're working on a component on how to be, on how to do that because we do have a couple of different resources for the high school. So yes, so that should be up and coming, pretty soon.
Great. Thanks, Alicia. And so next we have Fabrizio Lafaro, who's the instructional coordinator at Valley ROP, to share out. We had to cut him short last time because we ran out of time, so we wanted to make sure he had an opportunity to share what Valley ROP offerings they have going on this year.
We go from international trade to more of an international presenter. I'll try to be brief. Deborah Marvin couldn't be here today, and just want to sort of update everybody of what ROP has been doing for the last 4 years, but actually just kind of like the new things that we've going on for the last couple of years. I'll start with a great partnership that we've had with the STEM Consortium. One of the things that we're really focused on is making sure that our classrooms create that pathway to the community colleges. We have 59 articulations right now with either Willie College, Fresno City College, or both. Some of our classes are articulated with both community colleges. That's sort of about 2,200 students this year, and we also have the OcuTrack agreements with about 700 students being served this year, with 9 courses approved. And we're always looking to expand that. And again, it's about that partnership. It's creating that link. Those are, seems like they're all vocab that's coming back today. Opportunity, relevance, and making sure that we make that connection. I'm passing around a quick brochure that shows the different courses that we offer by high school, with either the articulations, the UC approved course for F or G, and in the very back there's our new programs that we started this year. This was a FEMA grant that we applied for last year. And we were able to start 3 new classes for our urban-rural firefighting. I believe this is going to be a really, really popular program in the next few years. This is going to go into our pathway for public service with our juniors taking our urban-rural firefighting classes and then going to our wildland class that's being held at Willie College right now. It's one of our most popular programs, I think, and most successful. We have 3 classes, one at Dinuba Fire Department, Selma High School, and Sanger High School. This was a picture I took yesterday. I went to the class to observe the teacher. They did about a 30-minute review on ladder that they practiced and did for the week. The instructor went over vocab and how to set them up, and they did knots and everything. And there he is, Brandon is on the ladder, and that's about 35 feet high. Again, I think it's that rigor that we put in there. We would never put somebody in there if we didn't trust that we did the right job in the class. That's a junior, and so he didn't fall, by the way. He was there. There were ropes, and he was studying. These are photographs from our urban, rural, and wildland programs. These are high school kids. Fully in uniform with the charge nose, and let me see if hopefully this is going to work. Okay. Can you try to see if you can click on it with the mouse? These are all high school students with the fire chief from Dinuba. Our instructors were there, charged those. And this was a live fire training that we did. Pretty impressive.
Oh, you're right there.
Other programs that have been going on is the priority registration agreement with Ridley College. We have two priority registration agreements, one with the criminal justice and the other one that we're starting this year with the automotive. What it does, it creates, again, that link with the junior college to get into the college. Students that have to apply, we go through and choose 5 students for that year. The benefits that they get the priority registration into the Ridley College pathways and academic courses. They get mentorship assistance, and they're more likely to have completed because those students have been going to at least 2 years in our courses, and now that completion rate has been going on up for the colleges. It creates that link again. The other program that we have, this is something that actually has been going for a few years with Fresno ROP and Valley ROP as the Future Nurses Program at Fresno City College. And it's something similar where it's open to Fresno and Valley ROP students. They are currently enrolled in CNA classes. They get priority registration for their required courses for the pre-nursing. They get mentorship programs. They choose about 15 to 20 students a year. And I was in a meeting the other day, and Janine is the counselor that presented the meeting, and she's the head of the Future Nurses Program. And I told her, this is really basically at a $100,000 scholarship, if you think about it. There's a 2.5-year waiting list for nursing, for the nursing program at Fresno City College. If they complete the pre-registration, the pre-nursing program, and they're in good standing, they go right into the nursing program. If you think about it, it's 2.5 years of wages that they can earn compared to somebody else that has to be on the waiting list for 2.5 years. Of course, I didn't tell them they have to pay taxes on it, but just tell them that that's $150 scholarship on it if they get chosen. There's about 80 students to 100 students that apply every year. We get about half of those students come from Valley ROP, and we're really proud of that. And then another program that we have, another partnership that we have again with Ridley College is our regional classes. These are classes that are held at Ridley College. We have 2 regional classes. One is our aviation mechanic program, and the other one is our wildland. The wildland program, students, again, it's that last year of that pathway for public services, and with the wildland program, it's an incredible program. They get to earn about 11.5 units, 7 to 11.5 units of college credits if they complete the course, and they actually do an internship for the summer. Most of the students go to internship. They have more internship that students can apply for. And that's a link that our instructors have been able to make with the forestry department and other services, that they see the value of the students, and they see the value of what they've learned in the class. And again, they really been doing a great job. And then our aviation program, it's a very unique program. It's the only one in the Central Valley. Students go and work in airplanes, and they learn how to dismantle. I was there a couple weeks ago. They put it all apart, they put it all back together. We're looking to integrate an extra part of the curriculum next year with a pilot training in there as well. So a lot of cool things happening.
Got my vote.
And that's it.
Any questions for Fabrizio? Thank you so much for sharing.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Good things happening out there. All righty. Mark, update from Fresno County Office of Instructional Technology Department.
Yep, three quickies. First of which, is the flyer that I handed out to everybody, and I have some extras for those of us that came in a little late. But the Academic Student Film Festival is right around the corner for Fresno County and outreach and teachers. Picture the Valley. We're changing the format a little bit this year in terms of the categories. Past couple of years, we tried to align it with specific grade levels and curriculum areas, but we're just kind of opening the doors a little bit more in terms of the categories of documentary, personal narrative, or public service announcements. So hopefully, with something like that, it can reach multiple areas. I know in the news over the past couple of months, we've seen a lot of traction with CTE type of just news articles and stuff like that. So it'd be great to get some video production people, or even some people that aren't necessarily doing video production, but just trying to find new ways of promoting the great things that you guys are doing at your schools. If you need help with that, or you want some more information, I'd be more than happy to come out and spend a couple of hours with some of your teachers to kind of get some things up and running. I've already gone out to a couple of school districts to talk to them about that, but April 4th is going to come around here pretty quick. And as a precursor to that, something that will be coming off the presses here in another week, I have a personal friend who's a Presidential Innovation Fellow. So for the past 6 months, he's been working with the White House and the Department of Education. And the White House is going to be having the first ever film festival as well. So all the videos that are going to be submitted and selected for that will be hosted on the White House website, geared towards K-12. So it's not something that's only for high school production teachers. It could be, I'm going to get my kindergartner and my second grader to make videos over the winter break. I mean, that's going to be an activity that we're going to do, and hopefully, because I know somebody on the inside, hopefully we'll win. But that's not necessarily the case. But there's a lot of things that are happening with that, and hopefully with those two events, we can kind of spur some more ideas and get some more submissions this year, which we'd love to have. Every year, this is year 3 or 4. It's all a big blur, I don't remember. But we've had more and more come around, but we're looking to expand that even more so this year. April 8th, the website is going through a constant revision, as I think all websites should. Updates will be posted here in the next couple of weeks. And then once we get some more of that, we'll pass it on to Lori and Debbie, and we'll blast you guys out that way as well. And then the only other thing we have is just our website. So if you have any needs, we can come out and share some of our knowledge with you guys. If you don't want to read, we've actually produced a little video to kind of demonstrate what our department is about. So if you go to its.fcoe.org, you can go and watch a little 2-minute video to kind of get an idea of some of the things that we're doing in terms of professional development in the classroom. We're also offering online classes as well. So once a month we get together for an hour and just do a live broadcast. People can email in, ask questions, and we'll do our best to answer them to make it convenient for teachers after school, 4 to 5 type of thing where they just tune in and they can watch and partake. And then we're streaming this live too, as well. So if you want to watch this all again, you can.
Thanks, Mark. And okay, correct me if I'm wrong, but this competition last year, Sanger High walked away with the first place. Is that right?
That sounds right.
Okay.
I can't recall.
Because Dan's shaking, nodding his head, yeah.
I guess Dan would know.
Dan would know. But we had our Arts Media Collaboration Day back in September. And so a lot of video production instructors were there, and Mark came and shared this information. And so everybody was hitting up Jean Kiraspidiani, who teaches at Sanger High, about, okay, we got to beat you now. But anyways, and then would you mind maybe just mentioning what happened at the CMAC thing last week? Was that, because it was somehow tied in with what's going on with the video?
Yeah, so the CMAC, which is the Community Media Access Channel, with the what used to be the Fresno Met downtown. They've kind of revamped it, and so it's a community access area for teachers, people off the streets, not necessarily off the streets, but anybody wanting to go in. You have to take a couple of courses, but they offer their services and their equipment basically almost free of charge. You have to spend $25 to take the class, but the 2 classes basically train you on how to use the equipment. Anywhere from a video camera like this to a 30-foot green screen to do a complete mobile production facility as well. So if you have any events where that are remote and you wanted to stream it live on the internet or stream it live onto Channel 96, you can basically go through classes and get trained on how to do that, and then they will facilitate that for you. So last Thursday, I think it was, Marco Tovar, who's a teacher at Fresno Unified, was in Buchanan, but now he's at Fresno High School. He put together a little mixer because CMAC, they've partnered with a lot of people, but they're looking for content. They are basically begging educational institutions for content right now because they have a lot of the people coming in and just doing like Wayne's World type of thing, but they want some content for education from education. So our office has given them about a couple of hours worth of spotlight teacher videos, but they're looking for more long form content. So we're going to partner with them, and they're going to come out to Picture the Valley, and they're going to stream that content hopefully. But also all of the winners out of these categories will be broadcast on Channel 96. So imagine a third grader who makes a video and then gets to watch it on TV. I mean, that's a really cool turnaround for even a high school kid, all right? It doesn't have to be a third grader. So CMAC is there for that, and so the mixer last week was just a means of getting some teachers together. I think there was maybe 5 or 6 that ended up showing up. I had to leave a little early, but I was there. And so they just got a little tour of the facility, kind of got an understanding of what the CMAC is about. From my understanding, there's a remote CMAC location at CART with Seth Chambers. Is that right, Rick? Correct. Thank you. I forgot we have Rick here. I can just ask him. So there's that facility there as well. But if you have any long-form content, if you have any events that you think might be beneficial, they want that information, and I'd be more than happy to facilitate a conversation between you and CMAC, you and the CMAC, if you have any follow-up for that.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. The reason I asked Mark to share is because Marco, the teacher that put that together, used our job shadowing through the consortium to do that job shadowing with CMAC, and it was great because he sent the information to us and we forwarded it to those arts media instructors that came to our collaboration day. So again, with sharing those partnerships. And CMAC was out and videoed the Meet the Leaders event that we did early September with all of the new college presidents and Jim. And I have a link for that, and we can forward it out to you if you'd like to see it if you weren't able to be there. But so they're up and coming, doing some other things. Okay. All right. So looking ahead, I want to just make a quick mention that a couple weeks ago I had the opportunity to go out to Fresno City College. Is Rick Crystal still here in the back? I want to thank Rick for hosting myself and Jim Yovino on a tour of the Fresno City College Applied Technology Division, and I would encourage anybody else that's interested to go out there and check it out to do so. I hadn't been out there and seen all of those amazing programs. I knew they existed because we've seen and met with faculty, but I hadn't actually been out in the classrooms. And they've got a lot of really great things happening, and a lot of what I learned was they have a variety of certificate programs with multiple outpoints for students that they can take a certain level of courses and get a certificate and get hired at that point, or they can continue on and get their AS degree or whatever. But I'm giving you a little plug. But Rick he's interim dean right now, but he was dean for 21 years, right, of that division. And so I just was so happy that he was there to give us that tour because he knows that division like the back of his hand. And so again, I would encourage you all to get out there if you haven't had a chance to do so. They're doing some great things. I also want to mention that this Friday there is a symposium on transition success hosted by the Academic Senate for California Community Colleges. This is an event just for community college faculty and administrators, but I wanted to let you know what was going on so that you guys were all in the loop. The statewide Academic Senate and several of the colleges in our region got together, myself included, and to plan and coordinate a symposium that we hope will spur some conversations about best practices regarding credit by exam policy for high school articulated programs, dual enrollment opportunities, and of course, articulating not only CTE programs but academic courses as well. Like I said, the Statewide Academic Senate released and approved a white paper last spring, and so this has spurred a lot of discussion about what Title V says regarding articulation, as well as what kind of the do's and don'ts are, what's allowable, what's not. There's been some misinterpretations along the way. Everybody in the state kind of does it their own way, and so we want to hear from those of them that are doing it well, so that we can see how we can hopefully improve our systems and processes to make articulation between our high school partners and our community colleges the best that it can possibly be. So I wanted to let you know that I and Christina Valencia, our articulation officer, will be attending, and there are representatives from Fresno City College, Reedley College, our district Dean of Admissions and Records is also going to be attending, so I'm excited that we'll have a good group represented there, and we'll keep you posted on what information we bring back and what our next steps will be after that. It's not listed on our agenda here, but I wanted to make sure I mentioned that, Mark said that it was the best Google Tools workshop ever. Well, he was right, because we had such huge demand that we had to offer another one, which will happen December 3rd. Second best?
So this one will be the second.
Oh, this one will be the second best, of course, because you can't repeat. Anyways, what we did was we offered that to all the people that were on the wait list from the October date, because, September date, because there was such a huge amount of people. I mean, it was like 40-something people on the wait list, right, for Google Tools. So obviously you're doing a great job, Mark. We contacted all of them. I think we're pretty much full already. That's why we didn't mass market it to everyone, because we knew there was already a good group of people that wanted to go. So we are doing another Google Tools workshop on December 3rd. I just wanted to make sure I mentioned that. On December 11th, we have a Health Science and Medical Technology, Medical Technology Collaboration Day here. And so we're getting teachers together from medical careers, nursing, sports medicine. Anybody in that health sector is encouraged to come. And we'll have college faculty here as well. We are having a TIG workshop for those welding instructors on December 13th, and Rob Franson from Reedley College is hosting that out at his facility. I met with him yesterday, and I'm really happy that he's willing to do that for us. And thanks, Dave, too, for allowing our group to come out there. But they're going to do they're going to actually do some welding. Can't do that here. So we had to go out to a shop. And then we have a couple other things coming up that we just wanted to share with you that aren't necessarily ours, but the California Community College Administrators of Occupational Education, CCCAOE, hosted their fall conference in October, and when I was there, I went to a breakout session hosted by Santa Barbara City College and got this information, and I just wanted to forward it to you guys regarding their Get Focused, Stay Focused program that they do with their partnering high schools. And it's a semester-long course that they offer to freshman students, and it's kind of like a career planning course. So students can get an idea what their interests are, and they have a whole curriculum that they've developed, and it's really a neat program, so I just wanted to send you that information in case you're interested in learning more. And it's in Santa Barbara, right? And so what else have we got on the agenda here? On January 17th, we will host an OccuTrack workshop for those teachers that have been OccuTrack approved, so we contact them individually and let them know. Some things are changing. The admissions forms are all going to be online this spring semester, so that's a new thing for the teachers, and so we'll be doing some training for them on that. The other thing I wanted to make sure I mentioned is the statewide collaboration early and middle colleges and dual enrollment programs. And this again is an event not hosted by us, but I wanted to share it. The Chancellor's Office is putting this together, and it's best practices for how we can do dual enrollment. I'll be attending. Christina is going to go with me for sure. And again, it's really open to high school and community college, so if you want to go and learn more, this will be a good opportunity for you to do that. Let me see here. And of course, our Central Valley CTE Conference, building business and educational partnerships. We definitely encourage you to register for that and attend in February. One other thing I want to mention that is not listed yet, because we're still working out some of the details, is that we are planning to host a workshop probably at Fresno City College with Marty Kamamoto, the automotive faculty member out there, and Jason Mulliken from Clovis High School. Fresno RP has been gracious enough to send Jason to some training, so he's updated on the new NATEF standards, but we want to give them the opportunity to share out what it took for them to get their NATEF program approved. And what teachers, automotive instructors that are currently teaching that aren't NATEF, what they can do to move forward with that. So we will keep you posted and let you know when that might be happening, but we're expecting sometime in January. And then other than that, we are in full force gearing up for that February conference. It's been a lot of work, and I want to thank our planning committee that's been participating in that, and of course Debbie for all her work to get things going with the registration site. Fresno County office is letting us use their OMS program so we can collect for registration. So everybody has been pulling together for that. So our next advisory meeting will be on January 15th. And so we won't be seeing you until after the holidays, but we hope everyone has a wonderful vacation. I should also make sure that I don't forget, Doug had an announcement that he wanted to make. Go for it, Doug.
Yeah, I've got flyers here if you're interested. This is the flight of the Gossamer Condor, which was a pedal-powered airplane that won the Kramer Prize, which is a $100,000 prize for the first aircraft human-powered, was the objective. The Academy Award-winning film director will be speaking Friday night and Saturday morning, and the pilot will be speaking Friday evening. So both events are shown on here. If you're interested, come grab the flyer from me.
Wonderful. Thank you. And I also want to make sure that I note that we have set a date for our apprenticeship workshop. It's March 11th, and we already are having some questions about when that was going to happen. So that's Tuesday, March 11th. Registration won't open until a month prior, but it sells out like that. We usually take 10 kids per school, 10 schools, 100 students, and that's the one that we host at the apprenticeship, usually the Plumber and Pipe Fitters Union, and students get to try out different apprenticeship programs to get some hands-on activities. It's really an awesome day. So inform your teachers. That way they get a shot at signing up before all the veteran teachers take their spots. So I think that's all I have. Is there any other questions or comments before we adjourn this morning? No? Thank you all so much for your time. I appreciate it. And we will see you in January. Happy holidays, everyone.